Hello, I think we are here. Let me just make sure that we are actually live. Okay, it says we are live. Let me just switch pages for one moment and to turn off the volume. Okay. I'm almost there. Hello, Jessie. How are you? So, welcome to the CulturEatz kitchen. It's really small. Jessie, can you just let me know if everything's fine? I think you're the only one here right now. So welcome to the CulturEatz kitchen. It's a tiny, I have like a small galley kitchen, but this is where all the magic happens. And I am so excited. Perfect. Thank you, Jessie. I'm so excited I'm really, really nervous to have you at my first live cooking event. Because, you know, anything can happen when you're cooking and anything can go wrong when you're cooking. And now we're doing it live. So this should be really interesting, but hopefully it'll be a lot of fun and we'll have a lot more of these. So what are we cooking tonight? We are doing a seared salmon ramen with black salt. I'm not going to do like the timer like I did on my last videos, but this recipe normally takes about 30 minutes. So we'll be here for at least 30 minutes. And in case you're new to my channel or you haven't seen my last videos, I got one of those meal kit service, where you get like a big box delivered with the amount of meals that you ordered, and they have like all the ingredients in them, and you just make your own meal. I got a coupon. This is why I did it, and I'm not continuing the service because it's expensive without the coupon, and this is not a sponsored post. It's just really organized cooking, so I thought it would make it a bit easier for me for my first live stream. So, shall we get cooking? Shall we get started? What do you think? And while I start cooking, why don't you let me know in the chat box what you are going to eat for dinner or what you ate for dinner, if you already ate. So let's get started. All right. I read my steps like about a gazillion times. And yeah, first thing I noticed in this recipe is the first thing they say is preheat the oven, and you don't need an oven for this recipe. So yeah, little error in their description there. So I already have everything organized. I have all my ingredients. I've got all my bowls and pans and pots and whatnot already prepared. So the first thing, well, they say to boil water for the ramen, but I'm going to do that a bit later because we got to, you know, let the soup of the ramen simmer for about 8-10 minutes a bit later. So there's no point in boiling the water right now. So the first thing it wants me to do is peel and slice the ginger. Peel and thinly slice the ginger. So this is my ginger. It's also a very weird shape that they sent for me to peel. So I'll just like cut it in two. So are you a fan of ginger? Let me know. Well, let's put our little garbage over here. Let's see what the chat box. Yay, let's see Evelyn chopsticks cooking skill. My God, you know, I really should take my chopsticks out for this. I didn't even think about it. Here they are. But I can't peel ginger with chopsticks. All right, so let's go. I don't always bother peeling ginger, but since it'll be in a recipe and you guys are watching me, we're going to do this proper. So I've already washed also all of the vegetables that they sent me. So that's always very important to do because they do specify that they are not pre-washed. But obviously the ginger we're just peeling. So, all right, we are almost done. It's like a really weird shape. There we go. And they wanted us to thinly slice it. Mince the ginger. Not slice it, mince it. I thought that was a bit weird. So this is how I like to mince ginger. I cut it in half. If it's really thick, you could cut it again also in flatter surfaces. Then I kind of just cut it into like little matchsticks. And then just chop it like this. And I have no idea, since it's a webcam and there's a delay, I've got minced ginger. Hopefully you can see that properly. I am only going to see it like in 10 seconds. So we're going to do that to all of the ginger that was supplied. The first steps in these recipes are always about like prepping your vegetables and stuff like that. So I got some of my cute little bowls. I'm going to put that, okay, I just saw that you cannot see my sliced ginger at all. I will try again after this piece. Actually, I should have cut that in two. I forgot. Let's see if we can do that. Eating pizza. Jesse, you're eating pizza. Send me a slice. I'm hungry like right now. And here we go with the rest of the ginger. So again, like I said, if you're watching this and you haven't seen my videos yet, or if you're new to the channel, my last two videos I did is, one is an unboxing of the meal kit service, and I have a second video where it's a really quick high-speed video of my prepping my first 3 meals and giving my critique about the service. Again, I've mentioned before in the other posts, this is not a sponsored post by them. I've never contacted them. I just really, really wanted to try it. So I'm not promoting them. But if you want to see what it's like to get a meal service kit and what kind of results you get out of them, you can check out those videos. So hopefully this will actually show up this time. Here is the minced ginger. I have no idea if webcams do focus or not. Yeah, I think I just did. So hopefully you will see it properly now. Next step, they want me to peel and thinly slice the carrots. I'm anti-peeling carrots personally because that's where all the nutrients are. So I never, ever, ever peel my carrots. But I did wash them first. So we're just going to cut the tips off. And I'll do one at a time, but I'm not a professional cook by any means. But I do know that one of the best ways to slice is, well, first you get a really good solid knife. Like this is a Santoku or Santoku. I never remember Japanese knife. I've had it for years, like 7 years, and I don't even need to sharpen it yet. So what you want to do is that your knife is never going to leave the cutting board. You're going to push your food slowly in. And it's good to hold the food a bit like a claw so you protect your fingers. So I'm going to hold on to my carrot like this. And then I'm just going to slice down. Slice down. You see, my knife does not leave the board. I'm just pushing my carrot a little bit ahead. And when you get good at it, you can go a lot faster like this, and then you can throw some vegetables on the ground like I just did. So some slices get a bit thicker. Let's cut those up. So I just wanted to give you a slow demo on how to properly slice your veggies. I'm going to hurry it up a little bit now so we're not as pressed for time. And you can, if the carrot gets thicker like this, you can slow down a little bit because you got to move your knife up. And when you get to the end, be a little bit more careful not to cut your fingers. So see, we already have one nice sliced carrot. I'm mincing. So if you are watching, don't be shy. I know Jesse very well. We love to chat. But if you are here on the live stream, do write in the chat box and say hi. And if you have any cooking questions, ask me, okay? So I am chopping my second carrot. So this is just the beginning of the recipe. We're doing a lot of prep. So it's not the most exciting time, but it's a time for us to chat a little bit more. So while I continue cutting my carrot, I don't know if you know this, but I also have a food blog, which is basically the same name as my YouTube channel. It's CulturEatz, 1 E and no S, it's a Z at the end. I've been food blogging for 10.5 years. Can you believe that? And about 8 to 9 years of those are doing recipes. And right now I have a special series. I'm calling it Getting Sexy in the Kitchen, where I'm doing 3 blog posts. 2 are already out. And they are about aphrodisiac foods. Because, you know, Valentine's Day is coming up. So whether you are in a couple, whether you're on your own and you want to turn yourself on, or who knows, maybe you're into those like group relationships, I have some great recipes for you to try. They're all full of aphrodisiac foods, and they're really, really good. And they're also made light so they don't make you feel heavy. So you'll actually be in the mood to do stuff afterwards. So make sure to check those out. And that's also going to be part of the video next week. All right, so next, after the carrots, it wants me to discard the ends of my scallion because we don't want roots. I like to cut off the tops. And it wants me to slice the whites and put them in one section and the greens in the other section. So I'm just going to cut these up right away because the greens are going to go in the stock. They're going to give flavor. See, again, same technique. And the greens we're going to keep for decoration on top afterwards. So let me finish this up and then I will show you my carrots and my green onions a little bit closer. That's right, CulturEatz is the blog. So I have a beautiful dish this week with some shrimp and black lentils. They're called beluga lentils. And a pomegranate and fennel salsa. So it's really good, really beautiful. And I have a big secret sexy confession in there. So people who have been reading and commenting on it right now are a little shocked by what I disclose in that post. And the one from the week before, I made a feeling hot chocolate smoothie. So it's not a hot chocolate, it's just spicy because there's spice in it. And it's really good too. Alright, so let me show you now. I hope this is the right height. We have our white part of our green onions and the top part of the green onion. That's already cut. And I have my sliced carrots. Alright, so next up on the recipe, I actually, you know, I'm just going to go pick up my carrots. I have like 4 pieces of carrots on the floor. We are going to toss those for the garbage. I'm not going to keep them. So I think I am almost ready chopping. And I'm just going to toss these in the garbage. Alright, so next it wants me to cut up my mushrooms. I think I need to quarter my mushrooms. And we're about to put them in the pan now. So I'm just going to start heating my pan a little bit. You always want to heat your pan a little bit before you actually put the ingredients inside. So I think it says medium high. So I've got it on medium high. And I'm going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil in there. Just a little drizzle. I always do a heavier drizzle than they say. And I'm going to quarter my mushrooms. I really like the vegetables, except for one mango. Out of all 6 meals I've got out of the rebate I got, the vegetables and the fruits and all of that are really, really fresh, really good quality. So that's been really impressive. All right. I have done my chopping. I believe I've done all of my chopping. So we're going to let the oil heat a little bit. And so if you watched last week's video, you can see all 3 recipes I made. I already did the 2 recipes from this week. I won't, well, if we have like a dead moment, maybe I'll take them out of the fridge. It won't be pretty presentation. But I did a pappardelle à la bolognaise with parmesan. So kind of like a spaghetti with wide, really wide noodles. They're like 1.5 inches wide, really thin. Fresh pasta, not dried out pasta. It was fresh pasta. It was really good. And I also made a harissa honey chicken. Harissa is like a Moroccan spicy paste with some honey. And the side dish for that was couscous with some zucchini, snow peas, and fresh mint leaves. So yeah, very good Moroccan flavors. Really, really enjoyed those 2. But as far as them being ethnic recipes, they're North American ethnic. They're not really, really very ethnic. But still, they're really good. I see Where Florida is here. Hi, Where Florida. How are you? So glad that you're joining us. All right, so let's see. How are we doing here? We are doing pretty good. We are ready to add the ginger and the white bottom of the green onions. So let's toss those in. And I think I just have to stir them for like 30 seconds. 30 seconds to a minute. Might be a little hot. Just to get the flavors going, you just want to cook them a little bit to get the flavors going. Until softened and fragrant. I can already smell that they're fragrant. And after that, it says to add the mushrooms. So I'm adding the mushrooms I just chopped. And to add the miso paste, let me show you. Miso paste is fermented bean paste. Often you get them as a soup when you go to a Japanese restaurant. So don't get freaked out by the fermented. It's really good for you. It's all part of like the probiotic fermented food trend. They've just been doing it for like thousands of years before us. So we toss that in. So see, they even send these little ingredients in like little containers like this. What are you guys talking about? You guys are saying hello. So we're gonna mix this, and what does it want? Cook stirring occasionally for 3 to 4 minutes until golden. So we have about 3 or 4 minutes of this. I'm gonna lower the heat a little bit. So why don't you tell me, do you cook a lot at home yourself? Or do you go out or order out a lot? I'd be curious to know that. I have to say that with this service I've been trying the last 2 weeks, I'm cooking more regularly during the week, especially in the wintertime. I usually just like to do a crock pot recipe and just kind of eat on that during the week. But I'm never home for dinner every night, so I'm not eating that every night. See, this is getting quite hot. Like my fire smoke detector is infamous, so let's keep our fingers crossed because the miso is burning. I know after with the stock, it's all going to loosen up, but I don't know if I would have added the miso right away. I know it's going to give it flavor. I kind of often skip a little bit on the time when it comes to cooking the vegetables if it's going to be a soup, because they're going to cook in the soup as well. Not necessarily the best thing to do, but yeah, I get lazy. So because the miso is like really kind of burning a bit, I'm going to skip right away to the next step. which is adding the carrots and then stirring that frequently for about 2 minutes. So there we go. Once our 2 minutes are up, I'll show you the pan. Now we have a few people watching, but only 2 people talking, so don't be shy and say hello, everybody else. Ooh, that is so good. Where Florida is having Korean, he's having bulgogi. I can't say it, but it's a really good dish. And Jesse says he's gonna get hungry with all of this cooking and this ramen. Ironically, it's the second Asian soup I do today. I did a Vietnamese soup for next week's Getting Sexy in the Kitchen series. I'm giving you a little hint. That's all I'm going to say. All right. Yeah, the miso is really not doing well, so I think I'm going to add my liquid right away and maybe just let it simmer a little bit longer. Like I said, this is live cooking. You never know what's going to happen. So the next step is to this, you want to add 3 cups of water, which I've already prepared aside. So we have 2 cups here and 1 cup here. I also find that these recipes have I haven't had a whole lot of dishes to clean, which is great. I'm really happy about that. Okay, so we want to bring that to a boil. We're going to put the heat higher up. And we're going to wait for that to boil. And once it boils, we're going to let it simmer on medium-low for 8 to 10 minutes. Once we're at the simmer point, we are going to cook our fish and get our noodle ready as well. So it hasn't asked me to put salt and pepper yet. It's asking me to do it a bit later. But I'm going to do it now because that's just the kind of crazy cook I am. Who follows recipes? So I'm grinding a little bit of pepper in there and just going to put a little bit of salt. The fermented beans, the miso is quite salty, so you don't want to add as much salt as you normally would at first. And let's kind of scratch the bottom of the pan there to loosen up the miso. You guys are hilarious. So what's your favorite dish? What's the easiest dish you know how to make at home that you have regularly? And what's your favorite dish to make at home regularly? Let's see what you have to say about that question. Okay, we're going to wait for that to come to a boil. Let me just check the recipe quickly if I need to do anything ahead of time. The next thing will be to add some edamame, which is soybeans, and some salt and pepper, which I already did. So we'll wait for that to come to a simmer. And let me see. In the meantime, guess what I did this week? I did something that I should have done a lot earlier. I went to the ophthalmologist to get my eyes checked for the first time in like 15 years. I know, I'm really bad, but I've never had problems with my eyes. I think my mom started wearing glasses when she was 6. And my dad only started in his early 40s, and I'm in my early 40s. So I was like, when I went 15 years ago, one eye was 20/20. The other eye had like 0.025, so basically 20/20. So that's why I never felt the rush to go and check my eyes regularly. But maybe 3 years ago, I was like, yeah, I really should go have my eyes checked. And it took me 3 years to do it. So I went. And guess what? I really have a very, very low prescription, but I need glasses. You need glasses for reading or computer, and for like nighttime driving. Because street names at night, I'm having like a harder time reading them when they're further away. And reading has not bothered me at all. It's just at the eye exam, I went, oh shit, I could see clearer, but I didn't really notice it. So, and I have slight astigmatism on one eye. Okay, we are boiling. We are going to reduce that to low medium, and that's for 8 to 10 minutes. So I'm going to put my timer on. So while I continue my eyes, let's see what you guys are talking about. You guys are silent. What are your favorite meals to cook? So I have on my right eye minus 0.5. I think that's when you have trouble seeing close. I never know if it's closer or further away. And on my left eye, it's 0.25. But that one has the left side just a little bit of astigmatism. So I want to get like those 2-for-1 places and have one pair of glasses for reading, one pair of glasses for nighttime. Getting progressives, I mean, it's a very, very minute progression, but it's a lot more expensive to get 2 pairs of glasses. Okay, so while my soup is simmering, let's get the salmon done. And how many minutes did I put on my timer? 8. So we're going to put the edamame at the last 2 minutes. Jessie says, nice beef vegetable soup is my easiest dish to make. I'm sure that's really, really good. For the salmon, by the way, are these thongs like not the cutest ever? I totally did not need them, but I had to get them. So we're going to heat up our pan, again on medium-high. And like I said before we add anything to it, we want to heat it up. I'm going to add, again, a splash of olive oil. They're really, really big on pan cooking. Every single recipe I've done was pan cooking. So a non-stick pan is really good for this service. So we're going to let that warm up. And yes, we'll get the salmon. So this recipe is for 2 people. So there's 2 pieces of salmon that are included. Now they want me, where am I going to put this? They want me to season this before putting it in the pan. So I'm going to kind of do it right in here. I'm just going to cut it open. There's a little bit of liquid in the fish. That's normal. So I'm just going to drain it in the sink first. Very minimum. And I'm going to cut this open so I can season it. Yes, I tortured this knife through plastic and everything, and I have not sharpened it in years. It's a really good knife. But I'm kind of doing it in a way where I could hurt myself right now. So let's change that. Yeah, that's good enough. All right, so they want me to season it with the seasoned blend packet that came, and it's Chinese 5-spice powder. And I think that's cinnamon, cardamom, black pepper, star anise, and I cannot remember what the 5th one is. So we're just going to sprinkle that on the fish. And they want me to put salt on them and pepper. So we're just going to do a little sprinkling of salt on one side, a little grind of pepper on this side, and I like to season both sides. So I'm going to flip the fish over and put the remaining spices. So like a lot more pepper. think I'm done with the pepper, a little bit more salt. And I'm going to brush it into the fish a little bit, gives it a bit more flavor. I'm massaging my fish. What are you guys up to? Further away, Evelyn. I'm not sure what you're talking about there, but it's probably something I brought up to the camera. Oh, lettuce wraps. Yeah, I've never actually done those myself. I really should, because that's easy. Okay, rubbing my fish properly. And how's the pan doing? It's pretty hot. This is usually when the smoke alarm goes off. So I'm just going to sear them quick and I'm going to lower the heat. All right, so fish does not need to cook that long anyway. And they say 3 to 5 minutes per side of the fish. Just going to throw this in the garbage and wash my hands. Every time you touch meat or fish, you definitely want to wash your hands before you do something else. Hi, Lukim! I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, I know. It's like you're in Germany, so I'm amazed that you're here. That's awesome. I have a good friend who's also on YouTube. I can't remember the full name. Dennis Stuffer, without the U, I think. I can't remember. Let me check that for you. He is anyways. He's in Netherlands, and he says, "Oh, I can't make it. I'll be sleeping." Well, shame on you, Dennis, because Lukim's in Germany, and he's here. Yes, I have amazing fans where Florida, including you, of course. Let's see. Stuffer, Stuffer, Stuffer. I'm sure we're going to have a collab at some point in the future. So, okay, his channel is STUFR. Short Travel Food Stories, I think, something like that. So he just started. Check him out. So my fish is cooking. And so Lukim, I was just telling the others before that I have an aphrodisiac food series going on my blog, CulturEatz.com, for sexy food recipes. So maybe you want to check that out. And next week's video is going to be related to that. All right. We're not going to turn this yet. We're going to turn it soon. So yes, I was talking about eyeglasses before. Everybody that's here, are you wearing glasses? And how long have you been wearing glasses? And how long did it take for you to get used to them? Okay, I'm going to turn my fish before I lower the heat. I'm going to let this cook a bit more. My soup is simmering. Now I'm going to boil the water for the ramen. So I already have some water going here. And I always get confused as to which thing goes for which. So I'm just going to throw in my edamame in my soup now because it says to throw them in 2 minutes towards the end. There we go. It's looking good. Can't wait to show you all. All right, so this is heating. And the ramen. Yeah, I have insomnia too. Lukim, so I know what you're talking about. Look at that. Fresh ramen noodles, not dried crap stuff. This is gorgeous, fresh ramen. It's going to be so good. All right. I have a lot of things going on right now. I'm going to lower the heat for my fish. It might take a little bit longer to cook, but that's completely fine. And let me just taste my stock to see if I need to adjust the seasoning. use maybe a little bit more salt. Just a little bit. And I think I'm done with the salt. I can put it away. So even a small kitchen can really be really efficient if you know how to use it properly. Because if you follow my blog or you see my food videos, I manage pretty well in this small kitchen, right? And what are you guys up to? 6 years old. Wow. 6 years old, Jesse, since you've been wearing glasses. And it took you 2 days. 2 days to get used to them? I know. Oh, everybody has insomnia here. Where Florida also has insomnia. What are your tips for insomnia? Share that in the chat box. I have a lot. I've blogged about it. I've done videos about it. I'm trying to get off prescription medication for sleeping that I've been on for years. I have recently cut down from my full dose to a 1/6 of a dose, which is amazing. I just can't let go of that last dose. It's so scary. So we're getting near the end of the preparation of the recipe. Oh yes, this was not included. But at the end, again, this is not like a super traditional ramen. This is a North Americanized ramen. But it's always good to have an egg in a ramen dish. So I've pre-boiled an egg. Usually you want a soft-boiled egg, but I did it this afternoon, so I don't know how soft it's going to be. But at least I'll have my half egg for my soup. My God, Jesse also. Negative is nearsighted, right? And it's for looking at the computer screen and stuff. That's just a little bit. And Jesse has trouble sleeping too, so aren't we a great bunch? We should just stay up all night and chat. For Luke Kim, at one point it'll be morning for you when we're chatting. Okay, so I peeled my egg. Kind of broke in the direction I didn't want to, but whatever. Making some room, cleaning up as I go. I think I'm good with the olive oil. Okay, let's flip the fish. Whoops. I just broke my fish. Oh no. Live cooking, that's what happens. But the fish seems ready actually, so we are going to take that off the heat. And I'm going to pick up the fish I just threw on the floor. Okay, we are almost done. We are almost done. I'm going to prepare my bowls for serving. So we'll have the egg to add after. And some green onions. And I'm going to cut my egg this way because it just broke that way, but normally you would want to cut it the long way. Oh, it's a medium boiled egg. The egg yolk is not runny, but it's not completely solid, so that's good. What do you guys think of egg yolk? Like runny egg yolk. That's just like the sexiest thing ever. Egg yolk porn. Hashtag egg yolk porn. So good. Alright, we're going to need this. I can throw the spoon away. We're going to have our sea salt. Now, I'm not using the chopsticks to cook. My water's almost boiling. I never put my 2 minutes up on this stock, so it doesn't matter. That will be fine. I will turn off the heat of my stock because the noodles take like 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes to cook. So it will all stay warm. And I've got a nice little like Asian soup spoon, which I'm going to get ready. I'm really getting hungry. I barely had lunch, so I'm really getting hungry. Yes. Jessie likes runny egg yolks too. They're so good. Ugh. So good. Okay, I'm going to take the fish out so it doesn't cook anymore. I'll just put everything on my chopping board. There we go. Let me show you everything that's on the chopping board. I got to do this without falling. I'm going to wait the 10 seconds delay or so to make sure I am at the right height to show you this, because there's like a bit of a delay here and I don't know what's going on. So, Lukim and Ware, Florida, do you guys wear glasses? And for how long? I'm not sure if you answered that or not. Oh, okay. The delay is coming up. Up, up, up. Up, up, up. I guess hopefully now you can see it. So we have our green onions, the green part. My salmon is ready, and I have some eggs also ready. Hopefully you could see that. My water is boiling. So it says to cook the noodles 1 minute to 1.5 minutes. Even less than 2 minutes. So we'll just let that boil in salted water. Oh yes, now I see that my screen is proper. And I have my sieve ready to strain my noodles once they're ready. I won't need this. I won't need this. This bag is done. So there's a lot of packaging, obviously. I mean, it's not that bad. It's a lot of bags with these meal kit service, delivery service. Meal kit delivery service. It's a mouthful. Hopefully my mouth will be full with ramen soon. But all the bags are recyclable. So I'm putting everything in the recycling bin. Let's check on the noodles. These are actual chopsticks I bought with Lena around in the Walmart shopping center in Beijing. You wouldn't believe how many chopsticks there are there in the aisles. But you can't get a knife at all. Like a butter knife, a cooking knife, a cutting knife, no knives. And the noodles should be ready. I'm just going to go off screen a minute to strain them. There's always one that gets stuck at the bottom, huh? Alright. Let me show you the ramen noodles. Hopefully that is high enough. And it's assembly time. It is assembly time. So what it's been, I didn't calculate exactly how long ago, but let's say it's been about 35, 40 minutes preparing the recipe as I am talking to you guys too, so pretty good. Alright, so drain thoroughly and divide amongst your bowls. These are 2 servings. I have 2 bowls. Serving noodles is always fun and messy. Whoops, I got a little more in here. And I have stragglers on both bowls. Alright, my noodles are done. Next up, it wants me to ladle the broth. So, since it's 2 recipes, we're going to label them all. And I was really concerned at first that the portions were not going to be sufficient when I saw the pictures online, but the portions are generous. Like, no problem. Oh, this is looking good. It does look good, Luke Kim. What have you guys been talking about? Well, where Florida does not have glasses yet. You will. Unfortunately, comes with age. Yes, the chopsticks are really nice. And yeah, real ramen. There is a restaurant in Montreal that's all they do is ramen. It's Japanese owned, and they're really good. They're the best ramens in town, in my opinion. This is North American ramen, not the same. All right, so I have divided everything, and it says to top with my salmon, obviously. Did I say salmon instead of ramen before? I'm not sure. Okay, so place your salmon on top. Try to make the broken salmon elegant on top. Eat the little piece of salmon that fell. I'm going to place my egg as well in there. This is good. And now we will garnish with some scallions. First one to get here gets the other bowl, or I put it in the fridge for another meal. You're all far away, but Jesse, if you jump in the car, I think you can get here first. And now we have our black salt. So have you guys ever seen black salt? Let me try and show it to you beforehand. I don't know if it's, I have black salt in my pantry. It's black lava salt. I don't know if this is black lava salt. Okay, this is going to be tricky. Hopefully you can see that and I'm not dropping too much salt. And we're just going to top that on the fish, a little bit everywhere. I think this is quite a bit of salt, maybe a bit too much for my taste. And it stains your hand. See, I got like black hands now. Just gonna rinse quick. And dinner is served. We are ready to eat. Let me show you my ramen, final ramen. It's very hot. I'm going to wait again for the delay to make sure I have this properly placed so you can see this. I might even move the webcam a bit, maybe. Hurry up, this is hot. It's really weird, this online delay. Okay, here I come. I can watch myself online on YouTube. I'm like, come on, Evelyn, you can do it. You can do it. Higher up, a little higher up. I don't know how to do this without not spilling. Let me do this. And again, I'm going to wait for the delay to make sure that this is working properly. But you can see my finished ramen here. And once I know I am proper, I am going to go in with my chopsticks. I'm almost there. Okay, I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. So here we go. Here is my ramen. I grab a piece of salmon off with a bit of noodles. And I got my nice vegetables here. I'm going to go in with my spoon. It might be a little bit too close, I'm not sure. So this is going to be hot. It's good. Let me move this back up. I slightly overcooked the fish a bit, but besides that, it's the least authentic ramen I've ever had. But like I said, this is very North Americanized. But hey, for a ramen to make at home on a weeknight, Takes about 30 minutes when you're not talking on live stream. And it's very good, and you have a nice, full, complete meal. So you have a nice, really dark broth. And the broth is really nice. And let's take a better taste of the noodles. I haven't done that yet. How am I doing with the chopsticks, Jessie? Yeah, the noodles are really good. So I think the vegetable selection in the ramen is a little not authentic. And the broth is not super authentic either. But the noodles are really authentic. All right. That was really good. I'm going to go and eat now. I'm not going to eat my bowl with you. But I hope that you really enjoyed watching me cook along. Let me know if you enjoyed this, and we can organize more live cooking dinners. That could be a lot of fun if you're into that. And let me know in the chat box or the description. Let me know if you have any dishes that you would like me to cook. So maybe we can make that happen. So let's see, any last words? Doing well, Evelyn. I see that Jessie and Where Florida are very hungry. They really wish, like I said, there's a second bowl here. Come on over and get it while it's still hot. Otherwise, I'm going to eat it another day. So again, thank you very much for cooking with me. And yeah, I hope that you guys really liked it. And if you have any other questions, leave them down in the description box for me. I'll be happy to answer them a little bit later after my bowl of ramen. And let's see, enjoy very much, Evelyn. I will, Jessie, definitely. And my pleasure, Where Florida, for sharing this experience with you. So I'll see you very soon with some new videos next week. Aphrodisiac ingredients. And make sure to check my last blog post. Like, I have some serious sexy confession in there. Like, everybody's freaking out in the comments about this last blog post. It is shrimp on a bed of beluga lentils, snuggled with pomegranate fennel salsa. So even the title is sexy. Your food is in bed and you're snuggling with your salsa. So on that note, I will see you very soon. And this is Evelyn again, reminding you to eat and travel outside of your comfort zone. Thank you so much for being here. I mean, doing videos and having the interaction with you is amazing, but with live stream, it's really even better. So I look forward to doing this again, and I wish you a wonderful night. Go to bed, Lucan. It's late for you now. Mwah. Bye. I'll see you guys soon. Now I just have to figure out how to turn off this live stream.